All right, guys, we got a fun one today. And this was loaned in from Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods. He hasn't sent anything in for a while, but here is his information. There is still a promo code, so go check him out. There will be a link to his website down below. So he sent in this really cool ADV, which is Andre de Villiers. This is the Ronin integral, whatever you want to call it, flipper with Deadpool theme. So let's just zoom in. This is just so cool. Now, I am not a huge art knife type of guy necessarily, although I have a bunch of customs and fancy knives, not really art or movie themed. But this one, I mean, I think we can all agree that Deadpool is a totally awesome movie. So I think they just did a great job with the movie. And ADV did an amazing job with this knife. It's just cool. Like, seriously cool. Even he's got the Deadpool mask on the pivots. It's S35. This is the Ronin version. And so an integral knife is a single piece of titanium, or whatever the material is, in this case, titanium. It's just a single piece of titanium for the handle, because it's literally one single piece. This is, in essence, this knife is three pieces. It's the handle, it's the clip, and it's the blade. Now, granted, there is some screws here, there are bearings, there's a pivot, there's a couple of other pieces that make it up, but essentially, it's three pieces, because this is one milled out piece. To me, that's just amazing that they can mill out to the tolerances that are needed. Let me grab a light here so you can see inside. It's just very cool. And you can see right on the edges there how it's just rounded. It's just milled out because it is a solid piece. See if I can kind of shine the light down. You get what I'm going for, right? It's just very cool. So I've always been intrigued by integral knives, depending on how you want to pronounce it, because they also mill out, the bearing pockets and everything on the inside. And to me, it's just very cool, right? And this has fantastic action, which you may have seen in my unboxing video. It actually fires like a ProTech in a manual version, if that makes sense, right? In a ProTech, if you're not holding on, the knife is going to move around. This has some recoil, if you will. You can finger flick it, I think. But it doesn't fire with the force that it does with the flipper tab. Yeah, I love it. This is just a fun knife, a cool knife, and it feels really good in the hand. Okay, I get it. You were not going to really be using this hardcore because it's more of a showpiece. It's for me, this would be kind of akin to, like my Frank Fisher Battle. It's so nice, I don't want to use it and scratch it up. But I do carry it. Similar with this, I would carry this, but not if I'm going out, into the woods, camping, backpacking, where I'm going to actually be using a knife a lot. I wouldn't take this one. But I would carry this around town and to and from the office and things like that. It's perfect for that because it's just fun. And for me, I'd have to get some Deadpool socks and match my knife with my socks because, that's a thing. And we've talked about that a little bit on the channel. So let's dive into the specs now that I've rambled enough about this. And this one is not for sale. Everything else in the unboxing and all of the next few videos I'm going to do from Gil, those ones will be for sale. So I will talk about those down when I do those videos that are for sale. So anyway, close length is 5 1/8. Overall is 9 1/8. It's a 4-inch blade with a 3.76 cutting edge. Behind the edge measurement is not going to impress anybody. It's 4 thousandths behind the edge, 0.04. This is not your slicer dicer knife, okay? It's big, it's thick, it's chunky. The blade thickness overall is 0.177, which isn't super thick. They could have ground this down a little bit thinner, but that's okay. It's S35VN. Overall thickness is 0.551, and that excludes the clip, right? I'm only measuring the actual body of the handle whenever I mention the overall thickness. Runs on bearings, like I mentioned, and it weighs in, it's a little hefty, at 6.7 ounces. But in all honesty, doesn't feel that heavy. It just feels solid. And you can thumb it open also. But really, this is a flipper knife. It's made for flipping. Feels really good in the hand. You could absolutely use this. There is a little bit right here, right on the edge of where that lock bar cutout is. It's a little bit, I feel that. Depending on where my hand is, I can kind of feel a little pinch there from that. I'm not going to lie. It does have a lock bar, steel lock bar insert. The pivot collar here works as part of the over travel stop. So I don't know if you can see inside, but that steel lock bar kind of goes down in and hits up against the pivot collar. So it keeps you from bending or unspringing the lock in, maybe in a stressful situation, a hard use situation, you'd go to unlock it and you would push it too far and you could essentially bend that open too much to where it wouldn't fully lock up. Okay. That's why a lot of knives and makers put an over travel on there so that that does not happen. Now I wished that Olight put an over travel on their pocket clip, because the other night, this one got stuck on the seat belt and kind of opened up. So it should look more like that. But there is no over travel stop on the flashlight pocket clips. So yeah, I get what I get. I guess I need to order another clip for that flashlight because that's one of my favorite flashlights. So anyway, here it is with a couple of size comparisons with the Sharpie and the pencil. The Spyderco. How about a Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser, one of the custom Black Death series ones. And how about, well, we'll just pull out the flashlight here, the i3T, which is a AAA flashlight, AAA battery flashlight. Here's a AA battery and a D cell battery. So please, guys, let me know what you think down below. I do have a ADV playlist, which I will put a link to down below if you're interested in more of Andre's knives. He makes some cool ones. He makes some not so cool ones, in my opinion. This one, for sure, is a cool one. So let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. Have a great day.